The federal government has announced plans to begin an assessment of the ongoing cleanup of the oil-polluted site in Ogoni land in Rivers State, Nigeria. This Ogoni cleanup story has been on for some time. This is to ascertain how it impacts the lives and livelihoods of the people. The government promised that it would give proper attention to addressing the challenges and the bottlenecks affecting the development of the oil and gas or the oil and gas rich area. Now the senior special assistant on community engagement to President Bola Tinubu South, that's Gift Jumbo, he disclosed this during a one-day Ogoni cleanup stakeholders roundtable meeting in Bori headquarters in Kana local government area of Rivers State on Saturday. Now Jumbo said the meeting, codenamed Na My Area, Na My Country, Climate Resilience and Adaptation in South Nigeria, was an initiative in Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda aimed at bringing the government closer to the people. First of all, this initiative in this Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda that is now going to, Na My Area, Na My Country, something like that, that is now finally going to look at the Ogoni clean up case that the people have complained that the community people have pointed fingers at the contractors. The contractors have pointed fingers at the crises in some of these in the community, among the community people. You know, when this has been on since 2016, since it was commissioned. We heard about the reports that was carried out first in 2011 and then finally commissioned and then the high prep, and this has been a very long story and it has been a long time coming now. So let's get your thoughts on this, Royal Chief.
I was at that meeting on Saturday,
okay,
and that we talk about Ogoni cleanup. There's something, one impression I want to create here, because when we talk about Ogoni cleanup, people thought that all communities in Ogoni, maybe we carrying shovel and then you see people sweeping and all that, and they forgot that about the scientific job. And I must commend the current PC, Professor Ninibari Zabe, for the work that he's doing currently now, because I happen that I come from one of the communities that are doing cleanup, and we have two lot 35 and lot 36 in Kwawa community, and the operation is ongoing.
Operations are ongoing?
Yes, operations
towards
are
the cleanup?
Yes, towards
How
the
long
cleanup.
has that been?
Since last year, it's more to 1 year now that it started in my own community. You know,
but it has been on in other communities? And then
that is the problem we have when everybody thinks that the cleanup. We talk about impacted areas.
Okay.
Areas that there was oil exploration over the years and the land was polluted, and you are coming to clean these lands. It's not every area, it's not every communities that we are polluted, but the effect of that affect everybody in the area, affect everybody in Ogoni. The air pollution, the benzene in our waters affect everywhere, and that is why they come up with the idea of bringing waters to about 52 communities in Ogoni. You know, bringing potable water, and some are in operations, like the one in Barako community in Gokana local government.
So we haven't had potable water in these communities?
Not all communities that have gotten the potable water. There are some communities that is in operations.
So we've had communities without clean and potable water?
Yes, we have communities that are very, like in my own community, there is no potable water. Like my own community, there is no potable water. And then I think the process is on, because we have the one that is going on in Bua community, very close by to my own community. So she was talking about looking at the bottleneck. That was a complaint of the stakeholders. That was a complaint made by a renowned traditional ruler, King Dr. Baile Swanu Baridam, the Benemene of Asian Banga Kingdom, that this bottleneck, if the PC want to sign anything, you have to rush to Abuja. You have to rush to Abuja every minute you want to sign anything. Why can't you allow these people to run these things? Why can't you allow the people to get involved in what is happening? So the presidents have agreed with us that there's a bottleneck. Thank God the nation there is a bottleneck. You cannot just get up and approve something that is urgent. You have some urgent, like the cases like the PC clearly mentioned, that they are going to purchase an ambulance. You are going into this massive project in an area, and you don't even think that there will be an emergency. There is no ambulance provided for if there's an emergency on any side of their workers. There is not. But I think
no provision.
But like the PC with his own idea,
yes,
he has promised us that very soon they will go into procurement of an ambulance that will service all the old areas, you know. So there are some things that the Ogonis, which I am from Ogoni, that we need the process to be speed up. Okay, all the project sides they should speed it up. You know, they should speed it up. Like the PC clearly mentioned that by next year August they're going to commission the Center of Excellence, which is wonderful. And even next month, Mr. President is also coming to going to commission some certain project being carried out by high prep management. So what I'm thinking that the president need to do more, like the interface with some stakeholders that carry out all the ideas, all the contributions. The senior advisor I've heard from the people of Ogoni. They should look at it.
Is this the first time since 2016 that they're actually hearing from the people of Ogoni and having a roundtable concerning the Ogoni cleanup?
It's not supposed to be once, not supposed to be twice. For me, it could be every week. You have to hear from the people.
So why does it, if they've actually had meetings like this in the past, the things that were discussed during those meetings, so some of those meetings, the ones you're aware of now, that's what I'm talking about. Any other one that has been done before now?
You know the problem we have?
Yes.
Is changing of this project coordinator. Before anybody came in, you was Dr. Ferdinand Giandam that was there. He didn't even serve his tenure. They have the tenure of 4 years. Yeah, you will see the same my people will be coming, oh, change this one, and they keep changing PC, and they affect the operations.
So
that's why we are also saying that they should allow this one to complete its 4 years.
Okay.
They should allow this one to complete its 4
years. Let's hear from you now.
Yes, the Ogoni cleanup is it has been on the drawing board for a long time now. You know, UNEP commissioned that report 2011, and the cleanup started in effect in 2016. Now that said, I am not really impressed with the speed of work with respect to the Ogoni cleanup. We have spent about 8 years now. So much, about 90% of what we have done is talk, meetings. Much as we agreed that the cleanup has started, we expected, you know, these bodies to expedite action. You know, this crude oil spillage thing, pollution, is very, very devastating. Not only does it affect the soil, it affects the undersoil. It renders so many farmlands, you know, not arable. You cannot plant in those areas except there's a cleanup. After the cleanup, they should after restoration, they should restore the environment in the way it used to be before the oil spillage. Now, apart from that, the UNEP report categorically stated that there is a need for them to establish a fund, environmental protection fund or something, to fund the cleanup and ensure that not only will they clean up the mess, but they will also restore. But that has not been done. The process is rather too slow. And I want the federal government to take it very seriously. There are so many areas in the Niger Delta that have been impacted. In Bayelsa State, so many areas. Even my own community in the Nembe local government area has been affected. Now, we are looking at Ogoni land as, you know, a case study of how this cleanup can be done. If we are going to take a bigger area, not just Ogoni area. If we take the entire Niger, it means it will take decades, 2 to 3 decades for them to do this cleanup. The leaders will die, some will come up with new policies and so on. So this disjointed approach towards Ogoni cleaning should be addressed. When they appoint a CP, they should ensure that it serves as a tenure. Terms of references should be given to him.
Yes.
And community leaders should not be allowed to go and harass that man. He has to work according to those terms of what? References. These are the issues. However, even if there is any internal wrangling in Ogoni land, it should not stop the job. The job must continue.
So how can they ensure that? Because some of the complaints that have come is that some communities, the crisis that has happened in some of these communities have at one point or the other affected the work?
I think that was the beginning of the work. No community can come up to say this because there's crisis. That's why work is not going on. And we also give it to the CSO in high prep. High interface with the communities, leaders, and the youth of every community that this project is being cited. You see that his communication is very effective with leaders of the community, and you see areas that are supposed to have issues. There's not issues at all. I don't think there's much people in court against the process, unlike when they started it. Currently now, I don't think they have issues much in court because this dialogue pattern of alternative dispute resolution is also working, and that is why the IPREP has also come up with training traditional rulers on how to interface with the people when they have issues. So these are areas that they've also trained. I was part of those they trained on this procurement process, how you can approach government, any bidding that is ongoing in the country, and which you have a company and a business name, you can go about it. They've trained. They train people like that on that field. They train a lot of youth, but it is not enough. You know, we keep asking. It's not enough. Like a doctor have said, we need this process to be speed up. You know, we need to see reality on ground. And so more agitation. Our people are agitated so much. And they want to count the numbers of activists in this country. And they want to give award. How Ogoni is going to carry number one. You know, because every family have like 2-3 activists in the family.
They're fighting for their rights.
Yeah, no, it's not like you're fighting for your right, but when you think that the leader that is leading you is not doing enough and you want to claim that you are also a leader, you are going to fail. You understand? Ken Saro-Wiwa died for this process. People died. This is a process that involved blood. A lot of people were killed. Look at who is talking about the families of those that was killed. Everybody just wants something that they will benefit to their pocket. I speak to you now. If those that are agitating, they are lucky like as I am here, that come from the oil-bearing community, that come from, we talk about Yola oil field, OM11. Yola oil field, they talk about the clean-up side in Kana. It is only Kwawa and Pea that have side that they are going to clean. Only Kwawa and Pea. Kwawa has about 6 oil wells that Shed was operating on. That makes our land polluted. When I was growing up, when the operation was still going on, you cannot see any grass grow anywhere in my community. And you change your roof, this zinc, normal zinc, you change it like once in a year. Because of this, when people are talking about soot, I was born into soot, and I grew up in soot. Because you wake up in the morning, you put your hand in your nose, you see black things coming out. When I was born in my own community. You know, so the effect of all this affect us directly more than people that are staying more distance. So if people like us are quiet, observing, are not agitating that they should change anybody, but we will talk.
Don't you think that's the problem? People being quiet, even though they are being affected by this.
No, being quiet doesn't mean that you go and fight the process that is going to work well.
So people are fighting against this cleanup?
People are fighting. People need their benefit. People, you were here, you are in the news media, you will see some youth protesting. What are you protesting for? Why can't you call the leader to order and then we discuss? What are you You just want the whole world to see that you want to cause trouble, which I'm against. We don't want any youth to be carrying plague out against any leaders in Ogoni. We know what happened in the 4 Ogoni leaders that was gruesomely murdered illegally. You know, they were murdered because of issues that was unclear to some people. They felt that these people have collected money, and there was no money they took. So since if you keep protesting in that violent protest in that manner, for you have right to protest. But at a time, let's exhaust our internal mechanism of how to dialogue. When leaders can no longer dialogue, then you can have youth groups that is not good. Yesterday I was even seeing one. They were also talking. Every now and then, and I'm still asking the question. How is it that everybody that applied for organization, the CAC will quickly approve? They quickly approve. They don't even look whether they want. Some of the group is just one person. It becomes the president, become the leader, everything. You'll be hearing one person, and you'll be answering them as if he has a lot of flow. And because of hunger in the land, if there's any day you want to mobilize for protest, maybe you give 200 naira or 300 naira for people. They jump into vehicle. Protests have started. You see a group of people, which is not helping us. Every day we continue to condemn what God gave to us. Because for me, I will continue to thank former President Muhammadu Buhari for having made very, very, very necessary to start this process. We have the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, who's come from the Niger Delta area, that should have kickstarted this process. It did not. The political will of the former president was so clearing to the Ogoni people. And I will keep thanking him for this single process that is still on. And when Mr. Tinubu came, Mr. President came, he did not say, okay, I was not part of this process. Let me kick it off. We continue. That is why you see the senior advisor on I think community engagement and all that was in Ogoni, discussing with some stakeholders, discussing with the leaders, and to hear from them. And we spoke, and she have heard us, and she have also promised that this bottleneck is going to be looked at. That is what I'm excited about. That the president should look at it, because if you want to approve, like for instance, you want to approve like 10 million naira or 20 million naira, you run to Abuja. Look at the danger in taking flight every minute. Every minute you are with the minister. You are every time. So we need these things to be handled here, so that this process will be, like people will be complaining about you'll be complaining thinking that the PC is not doing enough. But it's not all in its power. The power, you have the governing council, they have the board of trustees, these people need to approve, which I think is normal, so that they checkmate how you spend the money. The $1 billion that was sent, I think for me, is almost finishing. So other people that are supposed to bring their counterpart funding, like some the IOCs that refuse to bring their counterpart funding, this is where the issue.
So you feel funding is also a problem here? It's
a problem now. This is where the issue should generate our strength to those companies that refuse to fund this process. These are areas we need to talk to. We have to look at how many companies have refused to pay. Share have done their own bit by also supporting. I think sometimes I used to see them coming to site to monitor and supervise what is going on, which is also good. But they are the primary cause of this trouble in the Niger Delta. But however, since they have the political will or where anyhow to clean the area, they support them to ensure that the process went smoothly. But again, the PC, even from here, I will still go to his office. We want to see the list of those that have not paid their counterpart funding. Let's put our energy on them. Why have you people not paid? Are you not satisfactory with what has been carried out? Or what are you trying to do? What is your next step? Not attacking the innocent man that cannot approve certain amount of money at any point in time. If you see the level of training they've done to some youths in Ogoni, excessively, what happened? They are working on a center of excellence. About how many thousands of Ogonis are working there. And there was a protest. You know how some of these construction companies do their bidding and how much they have to pay to their workers. And the man said, look, any Ogonis that is working on site, there is a special money we are going to pay, apart from the money you are paying. And that is being carried out. We are going to pay some certain amount of money, extra money. Instead of us to come into your company policy and see that your policy will affect us. So we keep doing that. And we can always commend the good work he's doing. And the one that he has not done well, we'll continue to talk about it.